This particular client that we are working on had a big family dynamic. In our consultation, we talked about the age group of all the members in the family, if there was any medical needs, if there was any babies or toddlers in the family. We had to really know the full family dynamic. So when we went looking for the house, we had to be in an area where there was good school zones, had to be close to hospitals where there would be great doctors and good hospitals for this particular client as well. And then easy access to the malls, shopping centers, especially for the wife, areas where they can walk around, exercise, ride bikes. He was very particular about what he wanted in his house. Not to mention the security level. So it changed a lot of what we normally do because I had so many different things that we had to look out for. And it took 6 different houses and 3 actual ones that we tried to get, thought we had it, didn't happen. So the 6th house is probably the best choice. The house that he has sits on an acre of land. And not only that, he had other little particular dynamics that he wanted with this property. He wants to raise chickens. So we're talking about a beautiful house that has land, but also allows you to have livestock because chickens will eat up some grass. So some kind of way, I don't know, by the time we were ready to give up, we ran into this particular house. And the first thing that you will notice, besides the house is beautiful, with the landscaping is beautiful, the beautiful flowers and plants, but then you see there's some chickens way out in the corner of the yard that they already had sanctioned off. The previous tenant was grazing chickens, which was amazing. That was the big sign for this property. So the tenant actually brought the chicken coop that they've had. He wants to raise his own chickens, so he didn't buy the chickens that they had. But they had roosters, chickens, there was fowl guinea, and all kinds of wildlife going on that was in a particular area of the yard. So we do a lot in our consultation. It's not just you talking about you want to come to Africa and you're giving me a budget. I really have to know the depth of what kind of family do you have? What are you really looking for? What do you really need? And that's what we did with this guy here. So we are out here today. We finally got a beautiful house for our client that's coming in. This is Sylvia. This is the owner or part owner of this property here. The most amazing property. And we're talking about an acre of land.
So I remember this house, right? The fact that it's in Karen, beautiful area. I was excited as well as you, but when you came and you told me, because I hadn't gone with you initially to see the house. And even you going, you weren't able to really see it because the family that was moving out hadn't moved out yet. So you only saw a portion of it, but just enough to be able to say, this is the one. This is the one for this family coming in to be able to like. It's perfect for the entire family. And I was like, okay, well, cool. I'm excited. So we'll go back, we'll check it out when everybody's gone. Fast forward, we're able to do that. And coming on the compound, the gardening is incredible.
The chicken area for the chicken coop. But I have a surprise for you. They left the swing set. Can you believe it? Man, this yard is huge. So this could be a sandbox if you want to do that again for your children. That's what the lady used to do. As you can see with this tire going up for the patio, but your children, they got stuff to do out here. Like they grow like lettuce and cabbage and stuff like that. They'll go back there. Okay. Oh yeah, I knew there was a spot. I couldn't remember. Okay. She dug up her stuff? She had you dig up her fruits, her vegetables? Yeah. But this was potatoes, wasn't it? Okay. Let me show them. And again, the gardener was like, look, I got the garden already. I guess this was for the potatoes. So I definitely wasn't prepared. Walking into this house, I'm all excited to show you, as well as it's almost the first time I'm seeing it because we were only able to tour the downstairs when we came the first time. And the downstairs and the actual yard was enough for the client to say that's the house. So when we get inside and I'm looking around and I'm almost near tears because for one, this is 7 days before the client arrives. And two, the walls are tore up.
I'm like, how they gonna do this? How they gonna get this done in 7 days?
The walls are tore up. The floors are tore up. You're seeing tile all over the place, trash all over the place. One of the things that are important for us, for expats, when we're coming in, we're learning something different, like for SQs, staff quarters, where you might have your guardsman or someone to do the housekeeping. Different places we would go, we would see that there's not a lot of care put into the SQ room. We've seen SQs where the roof is coming down, where it's just a mat on the floor, it's cold, it's dampy. So one of the things that we do look for, and you could tell the quality of the owners and how they view people, is how they do their SQ rooms. So we're quite pleased and happy to see that there's so much care put into these actual staff quarters. Closet space, real bathrooms, completed bathrooms. We've seen SQ rooms where there's not even a real shower in there. And both of the rooms, there's 2 rooms, have their own doors. So it looks like a nice little suite. Now, you don't want to have an SQ, you can make it into an office, which I think our client is considering. But you can make it into an office, you can make it into a in-law suite. But just the fact that there's extra care put into this particular area means a lot for us. So this is our first house that we've done in Kenya, which is pretty exciting, but it's a big project. And what I'm learning differently than when we do apartments is that the renovation process is a lot longer. So we've been waiting to get in the house to start the project, but they're renovating this house like a real renovation. So don't get alarmed when you see what kind of house did she put them in. Better yet, wait till you see the final project. So we're in the master suite, and as you can see, even in the walls, it looks like the house is crumbling. But what they're doing is they're changing out the wiring, the plumbing, the wiring, the tubing. They do a full renovation behind every tenant. So that's what they're doing in here. They just finished changing out the wiring, the electrical wiring, and some of the plumbing. So you'll see these weird lines throughout the house. Like, it gave me a heart attack. Like, what are they doing? But this is what they do. If it's a good owner, they'll literally change everything that's important out of the house behind every tenant. And the previous tenant been here for almost 10 years. So it was time to update all the wiring and all the equipment here. So we got a lot to do in 2 weeks, as you can see, but I'm fully confident that your team is going to make sure the renovation is done. Everything is going to be ready, because when ARS comes in, we got to bring all the furniture, all the beautiful stuff that I've been collecting for the past 4 weeks. Today it's another shopping day, but we're shopping for appliances. And particularly, this is for the client with the house, and we have to get everything. And now he just told me he wanted a man cave. So we're doing 2 TVs, a bed. Don't forget his office. And the landlord hasn't let me in yet because they're cleaning. So I'm excited. We got our TVs, we got our washer and dryer for the client. Now I'll be back because I got to get his washing machine and his stove, and then we'll be done. So I'm excited. I'm tired, but we're moving right along.
When we came back after that, men were there, they were working. We saw that those areas that were a little uncertain if they would be able to get it in enough time. We saw all of that was taken care of, squared away, so it looked really promising. You're really like, okay, we could probably, I guess, meet this deadline, or get it done before the people come.
Oh, it's very difficult to do this kind of housing. It's hard. The fundis are giving me a lot of problems, but we are getting there. It's very difficult, but we are trying, and the house is really looking nice as you see it.
Change that thought real quick.
We had so many challenges with this house. We have 48 hours before the family arrived. And we have not started anything yet, our team. The landlord and her team is still there. At this point, I'm even more shocked because I have the delivery guy scheduled to come, and she done tore up the sidewalks. She done dug up the sidewalk.
It's crazy. Because on one hand, it's like, okay, she going all out. But the other hand, it's like, listen, the clock is ticking.
The challenges I'm having is the workers. It's very hard to deal with workers. You have to push. Challenges are a lot. It's difficult because you have to check, time wasting and everything, because you can't get somebody who can manage alone. They normally, you have to check on them all the time.
Wait a minute. How you gonna redo sidewalks in 48 hours? But on top of now, they got deliveries walking around to the back of the house, to the front, all the way in. Crazy stuff. The back, there's the little garden area, and there's like a gazebo area. She tore it all up. Just dug it up. And I'm literally fighting tears. On top of now, I still don't even have his appliances there yet because the floors ain't done. And the company is bringing their washer and their dryer and their TVs. They brought the dryer and the 2 TVs. The washing machine never came. Well, it came, but not when it was supposed to. First of all, they didn't tell us that the one that we ordered was damaged in the warehouse. So they had to wait for some new ones to come through from Mombasa. Never call and say anything about this. So I'm yelling at everybody the whole weekend.
Then the fridge there.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Probably we can also fix it.
Just take the socket off?
Yeah, just connect it to the electricity.
Okay.
But it can be ready for use.
Okay.
You don't need the cylinder. Make sure everything is there.
And that way the gas line, you just put it right there. So.
Hey guys, so this is Mark Nganga from Kenya. Yeah, and we're the best moving and relocations company here. So we were happy to work with Adilah, Yasmin, and her clients. Make sure you settle in Nairobi. Very nice house here. So we furnished it, made sure it's good enough for the client. We wait to hear from them. So Bustani Home Movers, Mark Nganga, I'm in charge. So here's some of our guys. They can say hi. Then. And this is Bustani Movers. This is John. And you can find us at 0715641553. Yeah, so thank you.
So typically, this is done 2 weeks before my client arrives. I have literally 48 hours and the house is empty. There's still workers here cleaning, polishing the floors, finished painting. I haven't even hung all the curtains yet. I'm going crazy. But we have help. We got a whole team here. We're gonna pull this together. So when our client arrives on Wednesday morning, he's coming into a beautiful house. So right now, let's go get the mama's bed made. It's a lot of work, y'all, I'm telling you. So our fundies just dropped off the beds, custom made every time. He used the best quality wood. If you look at it, it's detailed. I love his work. But fortunately for me, I get to do what I love, and that is children's rooms. When my daughter was growing up, I used to make her these wonderful children-centered, used to be Tiny Toons, and one year was the Disney babies and all kinds of cool stuff in her room, which was one of the favorite things I used to do when she would go away for the summer and come home and be surprised. So I have 3 children's rooms to do here today within the next 48 hours, but we already talked about that. And so I'm excited because one of the rooms is a room that they didn't even ask for. I'm doing a nursery for their baby. So keep watching. We've had this mirror custom made for our teenager that's coming. And this has become one of our trademarks. Because when we did it on our very first video, you guys fell in love with it. So now I contact our Maasai fundy, or what do you call it? Craftsman. And she did it for me in like 2 days. Hand stitched these beads, and it's beautiful. I can't wait for them to see it. it comes, we got all the appliances in there. Now it's time, the furniture. Now I use 2 different fundies. I always use my special friend, my Wakinian here. He usually does all of our work, but because this was a big project, I said, let's break it up. We just met an American fundie who has a business here, and so we gave him some of the smaller projects just to try them out, and we gave our local the big stuff. He never lets me down. The big stuff was done and ready to be delivered 2 weeks ago when he was supposed to. We just didn't know we couldn't get in the house. So that came on time. We even forgot one piece that he needed to do. He went back that day, brought it back the next night, done. No issues. The American fundie. This is so stupid. It's so stupid. Just come. They have the address. They keep giving you the address. Why do you have to call every 5 minutes? I'm not sitting here with a phone in my hand.